Hello 30 Rockers and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 84 and I've got more pictures to share with you today. So today was an interesting day. I had just a lot of stuff to get accomplished this morning, and then my afternoon really kind of freed up, and I got the things done that I needed to get done today, and I had a great lunch and was just really jazzed for yoga, looking forward to it. Now, I had been struggling all day long. Spring has sprung, and so I had been struggling with my sinuses, and I was born with a deviated septum, so sometimes the sinus stuff and my allergies have always been bad, and a lot of times, or what we've gotten into these past several years, is local honey. It really seems to help quite a bit, but it's first part of the year, don't have any in the house right now, and so I took a Zyrtec, and the main reason, besides my own struggle with it, was that I wanted to go to yoga, and I wanted to be able to breathe through my nose, because a lot of it's about breathing, and breathing through your nose. And so I thought, okay, I'll take this Zyrtec, it'll dry this out, and it'll be good. It wasn't. I went to yoga, and got there, and within probably the first 30 minutes, I was lightheaded. About 40 minutes in, I could start to hear my heart in my ears, and could start to feel it, and was losing a little bit of vision, and it was miserable. After about 60 minutes, I got out of there, and I thought at that point in time, I am not going back in there. I can't today. I figured out what it was that was different, and it was obviously this drug in my system. And I came out, I drank a quart of water in about 3 seconds, and laid down, had struggled to get back up, and just really this is a huge struggle today. And then as I walked around a little bit, I started feeling a little bit better. There was about 15 minutes left in class, and I decided to go in and finish it out. And even if I couldn't do it all the way, I wanted to finish it out. And one of the things that I've learned in the past, 84 days, is that persistence pays off. Now, you got to know your limits, and I wouldn't encourage anybody to go past the danger zone for themselves. But persistence really does pay off, and it's kind of like when years ago I was out on the ranch with Rebecca. I think we were dating at the time. I don't even know that we were married. And there was they had this horse named Satan, and we went out for a ride. She'll tell you the story a little different than this, but this is the real story. So we went out for a ride, and I decided, let's race. And so started racing Rebecca, and then this horse did a beeline for a barbed wire fence, and then took a hard right angle turn, and we're running, and I lose one foot out of the stirrup, and then as he keeps going, I lose another foot out of the stirrup, and finally, I don't know what to do. I've got no feet in the stirrups. This thing's obviously out of control and not happy with me. And so I do what any normal person would do, is you try to choke the horse to death. I lunged forward, had the saddle horn beating in my chest, and I just tried to squeeze to get the horse to slow down. It finally slowed down enough so that I could gracefully fall off. And I had to make a decision about what to do at that point. And I decided to ride back in on that horse. And sometimes for me, those are the easy decisions. Sometimes the physical ones, the mental ones with eating, can be a lot tougher. And I don't know if that's just how I'm wired, but it certainly can be. So for me, that persistence, that patience really pays off. The main variation you'll hear in that story, by the way, is she seems to think the horse's name was Doodle, but I'm pretty sure it was Satan. So moving on. After yoga today, went and saw Rebecca at class. She was teaching a dehydrated class, and then got to get home in time to spend a little bit of time with the family. So overall, a good day. Learned some things, and I really do think that the impact of these chemicals, when you're just riding a desk all day long and you're already chemical laden with the food that you eat, I don't know that you notice the effects of some of these over-the-counter drugs as much as when you're basically pretty pure. All of a sudden you introduce something like that. I've never had an experience like that with this drug before. And again, I was in yoga, I was doing strenuous activity, but this was pretty intense. So let me show you some of these pictures just to kind of recap what the day looked like for me here at 30 Rock. So what you're looking at right now is my lunch. I am really on a lemon kick right now. So I had a big Greek salad and some jalapeno poppers, and you see a couple of lemons and some carbonated water there. And what I did is I made some, added some agave to that, and I had some raw lemon soda pop, some raw lemonade, and it was really hit the spot, especially because I was on the citrus kick, the orange kick a while back, and lately it has been lemons, and you'll see more lemons in my life a little bit later on. Then I still had some of those delicious leftovers from yesterday's tasting, and so I sat down and shared those with Lucas and Rachel, and that's a blueberry muffin and 3-layer chocolate cake with chocolate ganache in there. Absolutely incredible. And then went and saw Rebecca at the class, and today was a dehydrating class, and that's what the whole topic was on dehydrating things. And so made some fruit roll-ups, tomato sandwich. One of the huge hits of the night was avocado fries. Literally, almost tastes like a French fry in a ranch lake dressing. And then they had made me a gigantic batch of lemon ice because a pint at a time just isn't doing it. I love to have it after yoga, and of course the kids like it too. And so they made a enormous batch of lemon ice for me to take home. So that's what things look like at 30 Rock today. Thanks for joining me once again, and until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there and rock on.